Robbie, this is the people's motion to dismiss the charges against Laura Johnson, but prosecutors do say that they are still investigating this case, as are police, and it is possible, they say, they could reissue charges.
Having reviewed the motion and heard the statements in court today, this case is dismissed without prejudice.
Laura Johnson appeared exhausted and emotional after hearing the news. All the charges against her have been dismissed. Last week, she was charged with murdering her husband, Lloyd. As she left court today, she cried, and her attorney spoke for her.
She's relieved that the nightmare is finally over. Please allow her to mourn the loss of her husband in peace, please.
Prosecutors say they dismissed the charges because of the medical examiner's ruling, which said the cause of Lloyd Johnson's death was accidental, the result of an old wound from a boating accident. Other factors, including morbid obesity and diabetes, contributed to his death. We asked Chief Assistant Prosecutor Paul Walton if there was a rush to judgment in this case.
No, there wasn't a rush to judgment. It was a decision that was based on the information that we had at the time.
That information, Walton says, included the pools of blood at the Johnson home, suspected human tissue samples in the freezer, and allegations by one of Lloyd Johnson's children who said Lloyd thought his wife was going to kill him. Walton also cites medical reports by Botsford Hospital.
There was evidence of recent debriding or cleaning out the wound, and that was the source of his current injury. And when asked who was doing this, through nodding his head, he had indicated that it was his wife that was performing this, that this appeared to be a triggering event that was causing a decline in his health that resulted in his death.
Walton says the investigation continues and prosecutors will seek opinions from other medical personnel. Despite that, Laura Johnson's loved ones say their prayers have been answered.
I believe in miracles, and today one was delivered.
Now, Laura Johnson does have two young children, ages 8 and 10, from a previous marriage. As part of her bond conditions, she was not allowed to have any contact with those kids. At this point, it's still unclear whether or not she's been able to see them or speak to them. We're told that even though the charges have been dismissed against her, that there is a separate custody issue, a custody hearing that is scheduled for this Friday.